Good morning. So we're going to go over circumscribed circle of a triangle. So everybody, you're going to go here. So polygon, and you want to do a rigid polygon because we want it to stay. Before I do that, everybody remember we're going to go to settings. I'm going to unclick the show axes and unclick the show grid so we can do our construction. So we're going to do this. So we're going to go. So I'm going to go back here, polygon, rigid polygons. We're going to do our triangle. And we just select our points. And we just have to go all the way back up. Okay, so that's our polygon. And then we are going to take and remember everybody, if you're like, oh, I don't like it, click the undo. And if you want to make a bigger one or a smaller one, it is totally up to you. However you want to make it. Okay, so now we're going to take and we're going to construct the perpendicular bisector of two of the sides. So just like how we did before, so I'm going to come up here to my circle. So circle through a point. And remember, because it's our construction, I want to make it a dashed line. I'm also going to change the thickness of this so it's not very thick. So I'm going to come here to one of the points. I'm going to do my circle. It needs to be, remember, over halfway of the length of AB. Okay. And then I need to click on the segment. So I'm going to go A. So I can get the radius because I need to get the length for this. Okay. And I adjusted the thickness on this line just because it's part of our construction. So I need the radius is 2 7/10. Okay. Then we go back up here. We go circle, center, radius. So I'm going to click on this one. I click on that. I'm going to put in the radius of 2.7. So then it'll give us a circle, and see, it gives us our perpendicular bisector. So now we can do our line through it. So I'm going to click here for a line. Okay. And the line, again, I also want it to be dashed. And if I want to change the color of that, I can change the color. So I changed it to green. Okay, then we have to do that on the other side. So, so we go here, circle through a given point. I'm going to go to B. I'm going to do my circle. Okay, remember it has to be over halfway. Okay, and then I'm going to click the line tool, go to segment. I need to go B to that circle. Okay, and that gives us the length. The radius is 3 93/100. Okay, so then I go here, circle, center, and radius. I go to the other side, so I'm going to go here to C. Okay, which I put I. So we're going to go 3.93. So we go to I. We click OK. We do that circle, and you see it, that's our perpendicular bisector. So now I'm going to click here. I'm going to do the line tool. I'm going to do a line. So I'm going to do a line right through here. Okay. So it needs to go right through there. And where those two perpendicular bisectors intersect, okay, that's where is the center of the circle that we're going to use, our circumscribed circle. So I'm going to go back up here to circle through a point. I am going to change it so that it's a solid line. Okay, so solid line. So do you see where those two intersected is right here at D? So then we go out, and what we just want to do is just include all of the triangle, okay, like this. And there we have our circumscribed circle of a triangle. You've got this. Okay, so now we're going to click on New. because we are going to do our inscribed circle of a triangle. If you want to save it, you can. So like this, I'll do circumscribed triangle. Okay, so we can save it. Okay, and then we're going to go to new. Okay, so here's our new one. Okay, so this one, everybody, is for the inscribed circle of a triangle. Okay, so we are going to do again where we go up here to rigid polygon, and we're going to add our triangle. And you can do whatever kind of triangle you want. So any kind of triangle you want to do. And if you're like, oh, I don't like that shape, remember you can undo it and do a different one. So again, let me show that step again. Rigid polygon, and you're going to add your triangle. So we're going to add our triangle on. It does give us the lengths, okay? And we are going to bisect the angles, okay? So we're going to do our angle bisector. So I'm going to come up here to circle through a point. I am going to do with that circle so that it is dashed, and also decrease the thickness because this is a construction mark. So any of them, remember, we have to go here. Okay, and we're going to have to bisect the angle. I just do the point so it's not right here where I'm having to bisect. Okay, and then we go circle through a point again. And where that circle that we just drew intersects the side of the triangle, I'm going to go here. Remember, it just needs to go a little bit over halfway. I'm going to click on this. Okay, and then I need to measure the radius. So I go from E out. Okay, and it gives us the length of 1 and 87/100. So then we go to the other side, we go to circle. Circle with the radius. So I click center is going to be right here on the other side where that first circle intersected. And I put 1.87. Click OK. And then now we can do our line. Okay. It has to go through the vertex, right through here. Okay, so it's going through. Okay, and then we can pick either point that we want to do. We need to bisect the other angle. So we're going to do circle again. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do my circle. And I just do where I move it so that when I set the circle, it's over here. Okay, circle through a point again. Either side where the circle intersects the side of that angle. We go out. Just remember it needs to go over halfway. Okay, so see that it needs to go over halfway. And then we have to measure that length. So I go from where that point L is, and I just go out to edge of the circle, click on that, and it gives us our radius is 1 and 62/100. Go back here, circle a center radius. I click on here. I'm going to put in the length of 1.62. So I click on that. Center of that circle is going to be on the other side where that circle intersected. Okay, now you see so now we can construct our angle bisector. Okay, so I'm going to do a line. I could do a ray. And it has to go through. Do you see right there? Okay, and it's where it constructed angular bisector. And I'm going to do this again just to show you the steps. You can just do 2 sides. You don't have to do all 3. But again, I'm going to go all 3 just so you get it. So center a circle. This is an angle bisector, so we do need to know how to do this one. Center through a point, So wherever the circle intersected, I'm going to go right here. And it just needs to be a little bit more than halfway. Okay, and then I go back up here to segment. So R, I go out to the edge of that circle so I get the length. And we get 1 29/100. Then I go circle center radius. I click on the other side where that circle intersected. I put in the radius of 1.29, so 1 29/100. We put that there, okay, and then we're going to go over here and add a line to do our angle bisector. Remember, it has to go through. Okay. And where do you see where these where they intersected right here? So where they intersected is called the incenter. So now we're going to do the circle. So circle through a center point. I'm going to change that circle so it's a solid line. A little bit thicker because this is our circle. So we go circle. And we go out. And what you do, everybody, is you stop so that when that circle is touching at the edge of the circle, edge of one of the triangles, touching one of the edges of the sides, doesn't necessarily have to be directly in the center of that triangle, but this is called the incenter. And we got it. Looks good, everybody. And so everybody, again, if you wanted to save this one, this is called Inscribed. Circle, triangle. Okay, everybody got it? No, I can't spell today. What happens when I try to talk and write at the same time? Okay, and then I click save. Okay, we got this, everybody.